Listen, last week we were very disappointed with our performance. It was poor. Lacked an awful lot of what we would expect of ourselves, and we worked hard Tuesday and Friday for a reaction from the guys, and in fairness to the lads, they worked really, really hard. They led it themselves really, and ultimately then that response has to be really a measure of what it looks like today, and I have to be very happy with a lot of what was out there. The intensity was reasonably good. There were occasions when it dropped off, but overall it was good. But I think we got our passing game going. We supported each other much better, and our shooting efficiency was quite good. So listen, it was a much improved performance. We know coming away from it that there's a lot of aspects of our game that we're still not happy with, and that we have to go back and work on this week and the week after. But it's an improvement, and that's all we could ask of ourselves today.
John, Aaron Gillan not taking the frees, is that I suppose trying to create competition even within, to give Aidan that opportunity here this afternoon?
Well, listen, Aidan took him for the last couple of games and had been exceptionally good on them. So, this is Aaron's first game back. He hasn't played in a long, long time. I'd say it's pretty much 6 months since Aaron has had a game. So, he's had no opportunity to work himself into a position to be in the free taker at the moment. So, and listen, we need to have players who have experience of taking frees, more than one. What happens if Aaron gets injured? We need to have another option there for us. So listen, very happy with where we were at on that, and I thought Aidan did super well on it as well today.
Yeah, and with Aaron coming back, I suppose I think he had an issue with his hand last summer and obviously curtailed his club involvement, but has that been ironed out now? And obviously, as you say, it's just about getting games under his belt now, isn't it?
Well, we have a number of players who, for various different reasons, haven't done a lot of hurling in the last 6 months, and David Reedy is another. He had a nasty hand injury that he picked up before Christmas, and that again took a long time to heal. Aaron had his finger that he hurt during the summer, and a few other hamstring injuries and whatnot. So a lot of these guys have very little hurling done and very little game time of any description, so be it even in training, let alone competitive games. So listen, they know themselves, they're working off a low base, and they've got to work their way up through the gears over the coming weeks and months now, and today is a start in that direction.
Yeah, Colin O'Neill back as well, and I suppose you have a block now ahead of that Tipperary game. Obviously you'll still be short the Fitzgibbon contingent, but I suppose things looking better on the injury front in the last little while. Yeah,
it was great to get Cathal back on the field again. He picked up a hamstring injury with UL up in Dublin in their round 3 game up there against DCU, but listen, he knows himself, he's a long ways to go as well. Hopefully he'll get some game time in next week again, the Fitzgibbon Cup final, as you say, on Friday. So for all those guys, they have a few days now to freshen up and get ready for that.
John, you talk about the attitude today. I suppose Dermot Burns at the death in the game there with that marauding run that led to the penalty, something that was maybe missing in the first outing against Waterford in terms of the work rate and the energy.
I suppose, listen, it's only the first week in February. Whilst we have a bit of work done, we haven't a whole pile of games played, and a lot of those guys, as I said, haven't a lot of games played, so they need to work their way into that level of intensity, that level of effort. And I'd have to be just happy with the win, reasonably happy with the performance, and we go back to training next Tuesday night and see if we can press it on again for the next few weeks.
Did Sean Finn pick up a bit of a knock there just before half time?
Only very small. Listen, it was more out of precaution, to be honest with you, but nothing's too seriously, hopefully. Yeah.
John, you've so many involved, 2 Limerick colleges in the Fitzgibbon Cup final. Can you take positives as well as, I suppose, the negatives of maybe missing out on fellas at this time of the year?
Well, I don't see. I suppose listen, it's on us to manage it for the lads the best we can. We have a very simple way of managing it. That's they don't train with us in the first half of the week, so they don't train with us on a Tuesday. That gives them the chance to play Wednesday, and they come back in at the weekend. Of course, you'd like to have them around all the time, but at the same time, when you have maybe 16 or 18 of the remaining group available for training, there's other things you can do with them that you can't do with 30 players there, and you get to see those players, intensively during that those maybe a month of sessions that the Fitzgibbon boys aren't present for. So we can't have our bread buttered on both sides. We want them to play Fitzgibbon. We want them to develop as young hurlers. They have to play Fitzgibbon to do that. We want them to play Fitzgibbon, and it means a lot to them and it means a lot to us. So we just have to suck it up and get on with it. I'd love if it was played before Christmas, of course I would, but it isn't. It's on now, and we have to get on with it. And we wish both Mary I and UL the very best of luck. We've got a lot of guys inside there who are involved in both teams, and may the best team win on Friday night up there. Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
John, the whole black card debate at the moment, looking back at last week, matches looked very harsh. Is it being policed or officiated properly at the moment?
Well, it's not my job to say whether it is or isn't. I suppose we're trying to be as aware of it as we can. I would agree with you. I thought Matt's was a tough one now for him, but listen, it's there at the moment. It's pretty much won in every game, I think, at the minute on average. I'd like to see the clip back from Dearman's even today now, just to see what does that look like. But at the end of the day, I suppose we just have to be aware of it and be ultra disciplined in those moments to try and get the best quality tackle we can in, and not to put ourselves in that situation. The rule is there, we have to live around the rule, and it is a difficult one for the referees to administer, there's no doubt about that. I wouldn't like to be in their shoes trying to administer it, because there's too much to take in all in 1 second, because your eyes are on the ball carrier, and then you have all these other players in the picture as well, so it's hard to assess. And the speed they're travelling is like 8, 9, 10 metres per second, so they're going very fast. It's a tough rule to administer, there's no doubt about that, but it's there and we have to work around it.
John, I thought Matthew bounced back very well today. A lot spoken how the black card was a crucial moment in the match against Waterford. He was outstanding today. We know he's a really good hurler, but showed good mental strength today to bounce back and put in another good display.
Yeah, I thought he handled himself really well last week. He took a very heavy hit inside the first minute, got up from that and got into the game, and then he had to send me off with the black card. He didn't even know the rule, to be quite honest with you. I thought he did brilliant. He sat down for 10 minutes and he got up and went back in. Sometimes it's great to be 18 or 19 years of age, because you've the fear in the world and you just get on with it. And if you were 30 odd years of age, you might think about that an awful lot more. I thought he did brilliantly, and he's given great energy to our group. He's progressing nicely, and he's involved with the freshers in UL as well, and we wished him as well.
You got hit by a good few frees last week, but this week you seem to be a lot more disciplining. Did you concentrate on that in the training during the week?
We are conscious of the quality of our tackling. We are, absolutely. I suppose, as I say, it's so early in the year. Tackling is such a really technical piece of the game. It takes a few games to get your technical sharpness in the tackle up to speed. So, and a game like that now today will bring us on a ton in that regard, hopefully.
John, just looking at the bench, it's kind of a bit of a bomb squad you have rolling in there. How significant was the impact from the lads? Because I guess the match was very tightly fought for 3/4.
It was a really tough game. We got a great start. Kilkenny came back into it really, really strong. Took the lead, got a great goal, and from our perspective, we had to wrestle the control of the game back in the second half, and that took an almighty effort. And yes, you're 100% right. We got a huge kick off the bench today. I thought all the lads that came off the bench today really rose the intensity of the game and made a significant impact in terms of use of the ball, in terms of scoring, in terms of tackling, dirty ball. Dara went into the middle there, and I thought he really had a really great last quarter. So listen, it's great for them that they've got that little fill up from that piece, but listen, ultimately they want to fight for places on the team. They're starting 15, and we